So we've talked a little bit about Donald Trump wanting to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War. And how for somebody who wants a Nobel Peace Prize so badly, how this makes no sense. But anyway, he wants to rename the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Well, that's going to take Congress, and that's going to take money, because they got to redo all the buildings. They have to redo any vehicle that has Department of Defense on it, any stationery, all these kind of things. It's going to take money. Well, every year Congress has to pass the National Defense Authorization Act for that year to give the Pentagon their budget, to approve their money. Like I said, the power of the purse resides with Congress. Well, they tried to tack an amendment on in the House Rules Committee to rename the Department of Defense to the Department of War, like Donald Trump wanted. Now, Republicans are the majority on that committee. It failed. It did not get tacked on the current version of the bill, which that version of the bill ultimately got passed on party lines out of the House, as far as I understand it. Now, there was going to be another writer in there about whether or not Donald Trump could use military force. They were going to try to reel in some of the president's power to use military force without Congress. That amendment did get added, but I do not know if it had passed the full vote of the House floor, but it had made it out of committee. But Donald Trump has this grand plan. He wants to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War, because it's a sign of strength. And we won all the wars when we had it named the Department of War, etc. Which is just dumb. He's trying to be the tough guy. And it's another talking point for him to be, look what I accomplished. I did this great thing. It's not. And even Republicans in Congress aren't buying it that it needs to happen. They don't want to spend the money to do it. I said as much when he came out and said he was going to ask for it. As of right now, it sounds like it is going to continue to be just a desire of his. Now, he doesn't care if it actually comes to be and if they do anything about it, because he can point to the fact that he signed the executive order and say, look at what I did. I did that thing. That's all he cares about, is optics and making it look good for the press and for the 30% of this country that will support him no matter what he does. It's not going to actually do anything, and it sounds like Congress doesn't want to do it either.